A lot of you are going through a lot of spiritual warfare. You're going through this process of deliverance. Things are not changing in your life. I want you to know this is because of an altar. An altar is something like a table where they could use to do sacrifices, perform rituals, and perform word curses. These altars are empowered by blood. I want you to know something here, that the altar worker, as long as the altar worker is alive, as long as the altar worker does not repent, you will continually stay oppressed.
And creating an altar for a dead relative, that is witchcraft. Let me tell you why. Now, when I say an altar, this is what I specifically mean. Not like, hey, you have like a family picture in your home, that person passed away. That's one thing. But to have literal candles, their favorite smell of perfume, their favorite cologne, and you have their pictures there, and you're always talking to that picture. Guys, no. This is not of God.
Necromancy is a sin. When you pray to the dead, when you speak to the dead, when you make altars to the dead, this is an abomination to God. I've heard many people say, my family member visits me in dreams. I can feel their spirit around me. They even speak to me. These are not your family members, but these are familiar spirits. In Deuteronomy 18, verses 9 through 12, it says, don't practice divination, sorcery, fortune telling, engaging in witchcraft or spell casting, contacting mediums, or consulting with the dead, for this is an abomination to God.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, my name is Brianna, and today we are talking about altars. Whether you're talking about church altars or spiritual altars, these things are the same, but people tend to always think of them separately. So let me explain to you how church altars and spiritual altars are the same. According to Christianity.com, altars in the church are used for kneeled prayers, communion, weddings, which don't come from Christianity, and other sacred rituals. And we already talked about rituals, so if you haven't seen that video, then definitely go watch it. Also, in the Bible, God asked Moses to create an altar of incense in order to remember their God. And that sounds pretty ritualistic to me. And it sounds like the same things that spiritual people do with their altars as well. And spiritual altars are simply defined as a designated space for spiritual practice. So this can serve as a place for prayers, affirmations, and many other spiritual practices. Popular uses of these altars include honoring of ancestors and working with orishas by consecrating items or giving offerings. So let's go back and look at all of the similar things that we just discussed between church altars and spiritual altars. They are both used for prayers, giving offerings, consecration, as that is shown in the Bible, and ceremonies. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because a lot of people think that just because you use these terms such as witchcraft or ritual or altars, it means that you're talking about something that's evil and demonic. And that's far from the truth. Nothing is inherently evil or demonic. It's all about your intentions behind it. And so when y'all talk about altars being evil, then I ask you the question, did your grandparents or your grandmother have a china cabinet or a table or a shelf with pictures of the family, obituaries, candles, family heirlooms and knickknacks and things like that? Even trophies and awards that they have received over the years. So if you answered yes to this question and you know somebody who has this in their house or your family, it's just a normal thing to have, what I just described is an altar. It's literally the same thing. What was the intention of that table? To honor and remember the people that are in those pictures or the memories that those items hold. Things really don't have to be that dramatic. I feel like people put extra emphasis on things for no reason, or they have to put terms on things when it just is what it is. It is perfectly okay to make honoring your family members and your ancestors a normal everyday thing. And what people don't know is that it can have a lot of spiritual benefits. For one, it keeps the legacy of your family and your family's name alive. Also, sometimes our ancestors come and they guide us when we need help. So this positively opens up the door for them to come through and help you in your life. and also it can bring you abundance. Now, as far as using altars for spiritual work, it can be used for things like candle magic, protection rituals, and just spiritual enlightenment in general. If you want more information on these subjects, make sure you stay tuned for my course and my future ebooks. I already have some ebooks out on my website, but there will be more. And so stay tuned for those where I will go more in depth about these subjects so you can practice or you can use these tips yourself. Also, if you have questions, you can leave a comment down below and I will answer as best as I can. Or if you want me to talk about anything else or anything more specific on this subject, let me know. Also follow me on TikTok because a lot of my content about this stuff goes on there first, and I might repost it on here and I might not. So make sure you follow me on TikTok. But thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video.